let's do some deep relaxation. Gently close your eyes. Inhale deeply through your nose. And exhale slowly through your nose. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale through your nose, feel that tension release. Inhale. Exhale through your nose. One last deep inhale. And as you release the breath, feel a sense of peace and calm. And then gently open your eyes. Here is a multiple choice problem from the College Board. This SAT problem comes from section 3, so it does not allow calculators. And the problem says, the measure A in degrees of an external angle of a regular polygon is related to the number of sides, n, of the polygon by the formula above. If the measure of an exterior angle of a regular polygon is greater than 50, what is the greatest number of sides it can have? And we're given 4 choices. So have a look at this and give it a try for a minute. If you're not sure what to do, see if there's anything you can eliminate or see if you can just take a guess. And then we'll have a look at it together. It's talking about regular polygons. So that's a polygon that has all its sides equal. It could be an equilateral triangle, a square, a pentagon where the 5 sides are equal. And let's draw the simplest regular polygon. So here's the exterior angle there, and they're calling its measure A. And the number of sides in this equilateral triangle is 3. So they're saying n times A equals 360. So let's substitute 3 in for n. So I have 3A equals 360. And then what would A equal? Yeah, A would equal 120. Well, you know that that's true because in an equilateral triangle, each of the angles is going to be equal to what? 60, right? That's 180 divided by 3. And because this is a straight line with a measure of 180, 180 minus 60 is 120. All right, so that's all that formula is talking about. Now let's look at the specific question they're asking us. So I'm going to keep the n times A equals 360. So I want you to look really carefully at that word there. Greatest is a superlative word. Superlatives, you can think like Superman or superhero, are words like greatest, largest, biggest, And they can also be words like smallest or least. So you may remember a strategy from an earlier video that I did called Start in the Middle, which says if you have answer choices that are in order from smallest to largest or largest to smallest, you can start by testing a middle value. You can try C, and then you can work through an elimination strategy systematically, starting with C and then eliminating the others if C doesn't work. So this is a variation to that. And it says, if you have a superlative word, a word like greatest, largest, most, you are going to start with the largest value that's provided, test that out, and if it doesn't work, go to the next largest value, and so forth until you work through the list. Similarly, if the superlative word is smallest or least, you're going to start with the smallest value in the list of choices. And if that doesn't work, go up to your next largest value and work through the list. So let's think about this. With the word greatest, I'm going to start with the greatest value that's offered, which is 8. So what does that mean if we're thinking of the answer being 8? That would mean that that would be an 8-sided figure. So I have 8 times A equals 360. So A equals 360 over 8. I can't use a calculator, so let's do this in our head. 8 goes into 36. How many times? 4. With what remaining? 4. Right? 8 goes into 40 5 times. So A would equal 45 in an 8-sided figure. Well, how does 45 look? Well, they're asking about a situation where the exterior angle is greater than 50 and 45 is not greater than 50. So 45 is not a good result, and I can eliminate D as my answer. Okay, so then the strategy says start with the largest, and if that doesn't work, start with the next largest. Okay, so 8 didn't work, so now I'm going to work with the next largest value, which is going to be what? 7. So let's try a 7-sided figure. And then A is equal to 360 over 7. And what is that? 7 goes into 36 how many times? 5, with 1 left over. And then 7 goes into 10 how many times? 1. And there's going to be some left over there, so it's going to be 51 point something. So let's think about 51. Is 51 greater than 50? Well, it is. That's a good result. A 7-sided figure gave me a value of A that is greater than 50 degrees. So I know that C works. And then I don't have to bother looking at 5 and 6 because 7 is the greatest number of sides that works. Always look at clues like we did here. Words like greatest, which are superlative words, tip me off to the strategy of testing the largest value and then working through the list as needed. If you have any questions, any suggestions or recommendations or requests, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you subscribe to this channel, you'll be notified of new videos as they get posted. I enjoyed working together and look forward to seeing you again soon.